It is the Riot. This is our podcast.
Yay.
It's the weekend.
We're so excited. It's Friday. Actually, this morning was great. We'll introduce you to a new band called Wait for the Day. Really nice guys. So you have a chance to learn more about them in this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And?
What else?
Well, what else do you think we should put in there?
Well, I have a list.
Okay, let's go through the list.
We talk about Craigslist apartments, shopping for super yachts. I mean, something we can all identify with, right?
Right.
Nikki and the Wii, Aladdin, vaping vitamins, Burger King. Nikki hates women.
Nope. That's not the correct title for that.
Nikki hates women. That's just what I wrote on there. Nikki hates women.
I am an advocate for women's rights. I think it's fine.
An advocate for women's rights that doesn't campaign for solo Marvel movies starring women.
I don't know if one equals the other. I don't know if that's a comparison with it. But you guys listen,
Nikki, and
you tell me.
I've read Variety and The Hollywood Reporter, and I know the only way to truly champion women's rights in this world is to buy movie tickets. And see, that's how it's done.
I know it's not, because then that's just buying into the man's machine of the studios, and I'm not into that.
Oh, here we go. The man is co-opting women to make money.
They're just trying to make it look like we want it for the success, so then they're just getting the money.
Nikki, the idea of a bunch of people using a bunch of other people just to make money
in the media
is ridiculous.
Right.
I reject it outright.
So listen and you form your own opinion, but please don't forget riot.radiou.com. Take a moment this weekend. You can find us on our Radio U Riot Facebook page, Radio U Riot on YouTube as well, and then catch up with Obadiah Plays. Find it all there.
Okay.
Have a good weekend.
Bye. It's the Riot.
Cleveland celebrates failure with a parade. We celebrate failure with the worst of the riots.
Nikki, would you be interested in a nice, one bedroom, one bathroom apartment, furnished?
Yeah.
And
what's the view?
That's a nice rug. You know, the windows are kind of opaque. So, but I mean, the good news is nobody's looking in.
That's good.
That's something.
So where's this at?
It's in Hell's Kitchen there in New York City.
That's a bustling area.
Well,
it's lots of fun.
You know, the thing is...
it's not actually a kitchen, and it's not on fire. So,
and it's not actually in hell.
It's not. So that's the, where you have to watch where naming could kind of give people a perception.
Well, it's certainly going to affect real estate value. And that's something that they didn't think about when they...
But that area is known for some fun.
Yeah, so I'm looking here at Craigslist. It looks like Matt Murdock's apartment is available. And some of you may not know, that's Daredevil.
Oh, are they doing what did they do that with? Was it Seinfeld where they made their apartment and you can go tour it?
It's not quite that cool. That's actually what I thought it was at first. Yeah. I was like, oh, you can go check out his apartment. No. But there's just a fake listing on Craigslist.
Oh, way to just hit the bottom, right?
I know, right?
It's like, all right, some department had to do that.
So now you have to just go on Craigslist and find that.
And just to look at it. Still, I guess it's something because... The Daredevil, is it this month the upcoming season starts?
It's 1 week from today.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. I watched The Defenders, and that had all the Netflix Marvel superheroes in it. And then they were like, and if you like The Defenders, you'll love Jessica Jones Season 2. And I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. And you're going to be crazy for Luke Cage Season 2. I was like, I'll put it in my queue.
And you'll feel the fury of Iron Fist.
So many fists, so furious.
And no nothing.
I'll put it in my queue. And I haven't really queued.
But you used to really like Daredevil.
Daredevil's a whole different story.
Yeah, that you'll do.
I will absolutely be watching Daredevil. In fact, the rumors are, the belief that this will be based on the Born Again storyline, which was written by Frank Miller. And obviously they'll kind of adapt it to what they've done with Daredevil. But that is not just one of my favorite Daredevil stories. That's one of my favorite stories as far as comic books go ever. The Frank Miller's run on Daredevil, so good. And you can buy that actually great. Here I'm trying to sell it to you. But if you ever want to... If you ever wanted to read it, they made a graphic novel out of it, and it'll say, Daredevil Born Again. And
sure.
I can't remember how many issues it is. It's not that many. It's 5 or 6. So I think I bought the graphic novel during a sale on Amazon for $2 or something. But it's kind of like Batman: The Long Halloween. I've got a couple of these comic book graphic novels that I go back to probably at least once a year, and I'll read back through that story because it's so good. And that's one of those stories.
Well,
it's
now
really good.
You could have read the Craigslist listing. They're saying how the availability of the apartment was supposed to be October 19th, the same day that Daredevil debuts on Netflix for the next season. But if you find the Craigslist listing a link, it says this posting has been flagged for removal. So
you think maybe it wasn't official?
No, not official. And also maybe Craigslist was like, nah, let's not.
Oh, see, I thought it was.
Or someone else flagged it.
I thought it was an official promotion thing. That's what it felt like.
No, I think just someone posted it.
Well, I looked at it last night and it was there.
And now it's gone.
You know, does it shock anybody that Craigslist would want to make sure that no one was having fun? Not me.
Ever wonder what Nikki is doing when she isn't rioting?
Find her Twitter feed at riot.radiou.com.
Obadiah's is there too, but who cares what he's doing?
Last night, Obadiah Plays kind of happened. I mean, it did technically take place.
Did something else happen again?
Well, you know what? It's interesting. I got my new camera yesterday. It had been my intention to stream yesterday afternoon, but the camera, for whatever reason, didn't arrive until like 7 o'clock at night. UPS never comes that late.
It's just because you were waiting on it.
It was?
It's the whole reason.
It was just one of those things where it's like, these guys are always here around like 2 o'clock, and it's like, nah. Not today, friend.
You're waiting on it. We're not coming till
Not
later.
Today. So there's this, my doorbell rings, and I'm like, wait, what? There it is. Sitting on the porch. I'm like, man, shut up.
Fashionably
Just come
late.
on. So got it kind of set up and everything. And then last night I thought I had fixed the audio glitch in my microphone. Did not. So I changed software, and that took a while to get set up. And by the time it was all said and done, it's never simple.
No.
So once I got the software set up and I was streaming and I thought everything was perfect, I checked the mic was right, everything. And then now that I'm going back and watching the stream, the game audio is not there.
Oh,
so
really?
It's just me talking, but you can't hear any audio from the game at all. But in fairness, the mic sounds great.
And I think that really helps put an emphasis on that. And you get no copyright strikes. So
well, that's true.
There's a bonus there.
I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to just
do a test one.
I was trying. That's what this was like supposed to be, and I thought I had it figured out, and I was good. I need to just head over to my Twitch channel and spend time screwing around on that.
And then check that.
And then when we come back, we can do it that way.
Well, in all fairness, though, at least your audio was there. I mean, they're coming to hear you.
That's something.
But did your new mic work?
Oh, yeah, it sounds great.
And your camera work?
Yeah, it sounds great. Camera, I mean, at the end of the day, cameras are only as good as the subject they're shooting. And
you are just a small box on the picture.
It's me. But what's great is it did fit in my camera mount, and that is fantastic.
Good.
It just, like, when I'm done, I just kind of, like, put it back on my desk. It's over. Well,
you can check out the newest Obadiah Plays for Spider-Man, minus the Spider-Man game
sound
audio.
Effects, yeah.
You can check that out at RadioU Riot on our Facebook page, and then are you going to post that later on our YouTube channel?
No, I'm not, because, again, you'll see it's on our Facebook page, and it says Obadiah Plays Spider-Man testing new equipment. This is a test of the Obadiah broadcast system.
We're leaving it there.
Yeah, so I didn't record it. It was just one of those things where this is going to take a while. I would still like to get it working with the original software that I use because I'm so used to it, but I used this free software last night called OBS, which should stand for Obadiah Broadcast System.
Sounds like you.
And that's kind of an industry standard. That one's free. It's open source, so a lot of people use that. And I don't know. Maybe I'll do that one again. Because, again, it was free and it worked versus my other one, which was not free, is super fancy and doesn't work right.
Well, but just pick which one to pick.
Who doesn't love that?
Once again, there just wasn't enough material for Best of the Riot. Actually, there wasn't any Best of the Riot at all. None. Zero. Look, it's all bad. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not bad. It's the worst. RadioU.
So, you've been thinking about what you need to get to the next level. You know, that thing that communicates to people that, you being here is no fluke. You've actually arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why you should really start shopping for a super yacht. Now, if you're like me, you're hoping for some Black Friday pricing on a super yacht.
You're willing to wait, and you are ready to upgrade from your yacht to the super world.
I will tell you that last year I did the very same thing that you're doing right now. You wait until Black Friday, hoping that they're going to have a real big sale on super yachts, and then you find out that the super yacht people don't do sales.
There is no Black Friday.
It's kind of a bummer.
This is quite a nice-looking super yacht.
It is. Nikki and I are looking at a concept because, again, once you start shopping for a super yacht, it's not like they're just on a used super yacht lot.
You're usually buying it from the concept and then they're building it.
You commission a super yacht. And this one in particular is called the Mirage. It is a 106 meter. So what is that in feet? 106 meters. Is that about 300 feet? 347 foot yacht. And they have discovered a way to cover it in mirrors. So they say it should be invisible to anyone that is more than 150 feet away.
So basically, if you're looking at it from a certain distance at a certain way, the mirrors will just reflect the water off of it and blind you terribly.
Which...
Which is what you want when you're on the water, right?
Well, no, but if you think about it, you don't want any pirates or aliens or other people approaching your super yacht. And so it makes sense that if you can make it invisible, you would.
You would. So it should cost, or it could cost as much as $264 million. Now,
admittedly, that's a little bit more than Nikki and I were planning to spend.
But I think there's some wiggle room. If not, maybe you're paying that price, but you ask for some extras.
Listen, we weren't planning this in the renovation, but we found all this shiplap, and we think it would really make it amazing.
So, of course, you're still detectable. It's not like you're actually invisible, but they're saying people wouldn't see you at a certain distance.
Mm-hmm. So that's the idea. And it looks like we would have a crew of 29 with 14 guests. Is how many you can do.
That's a lot. That is a lot. That's a lot of crew.
Well, Nikki, I need people to see to my every need.
You do, but I mean, if there's only, it can sleep 14 guests and then also the 29 crew members. It's got a helipad, a spa, an outdoor movie theater, and then an inside cinema.
Doesn't that sound fantastic?
It does.
The only thing I'm going to say, and this is just me being honest, I don't want to be on the water.
You don't want to?
Nah.
Not even in a super yacht?
No, I'm good. Like, I would much rather
Captain Obadiah.
I would rather be at a house that looks like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the designer, it took a year just to develop the blueprints. Mm-hmm. And if you want to commission the, giant super yacht, it would take about 3.5 years to actually build it.
What are we doing for the next 3.5 years?
I mean, we could have that just going on in the background.
I'm telling you, this right here is what we need, Nikki, to transform ourselves from morning show host to Bond supervillains. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the whole thing would be a write-off if we do that.
$264 million. So
it's just a
last
write-off.
Point for this, they're actually saying the mirrors to make it not look like you can't see it or reflect the water. They're actually saying, no, that's not for privacy as much as it is to make sure that, for if you have a super yacht or a large boat, it breaks the horizon, it just spoils the view. And they're saying this way you're minimizing the view effect from other boats and other people around.
Yeah.
It's for everybody else.
I hate when I break the view.
Don't you?
Mm-hmm, I do.
So, let's just put this to the side. We'll save that maybe if we want to invest $264 million.
Okay. But, in the meantime, probably just go home today.
It sounds good, too. It's the weekend.
I'll think about it.
You'd think that after all these years of hearing me make fun of the riot, people would have stopped listening by now. Maybe it's one of those can't stop staring at a train wreck situations. It's the riot on Radio U.
Potentially weird question, but genuinely want to know. Mm-hmm. You're at home. You want to watch a movie or a TV show.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Usually Amazon.
Well, no. Okay. Let me say this a different way.
Do I watch?
Are you in bed? Are you on the couch?
Usually laying down in bed on my phone.
Okay. Now, are you propped up on pillows?
No, I on my side. So then the phone's right there.
You're in bed on your side with the phone right there.
Yes, all snuggled in.
Okay. Now, the reason I'm asking the question...
Unless someone else wants to watch it with me. It's not the best then.
Come on. We don't have friends. I mean... You have Eric, but Eric's not like, I'd love to watch your latest Asian drama.
So it's just me, all snuggled by myself.
Okay. And you know what? That's fine, because I'll just tell you right now, my roommates aren't like, hey, it'd be really cool if we could watch this anime together.
That sounds awesome.
Let's sit on the couch next to each other.
Oh, and then let's play a video game, shall we?
Together. No, it's not a thing. But here's what I've noticed is I can't seem to lay down on the couch and watch a movie. So, like, if I'm laying on the couch and I'm watching the TV in front of the couch, you know, it's like I start getting a headache. And what I can't figure out is, like, is it because I'm laying down and I would just get a headache anyway? Is it because my brain, after a while, is like, I can't handle the sideways image?
Please straighten yourself up.
The one thing I have noticed is, and I think this is, I mean, I wear glasses. I could wear contacts, but I'm lazy. That's literally why I have glasses. I'm lazy.
Well, it gives you a more distinguished look as well.
Oh, sure. And so I've got another couch that lays in such a way that I can lay on the couch and, like, the TV is basically in front of the couch. So I could lay on my back instead of my side, and I could watch the TV that way. But after a while, my eyes start to hurt.
Sure.
And I think it's because I have an astigmatism, which means your eyes are misshapen, like so many other parts of my body. And
well, your body's consistent.
yeah. And so, like, my eyes have a hard time focusing on the TV when I lay that way. And so I guess I'm just wondering, does anybody else have these first world problems?
I'm sure if
because what I want to do, Nikki, is I want to lay on the couch and watch a movie, but it never works out.
Why don't we look online? And I'm sure somewhere there's some, like, chiropractor or doctor who's posted, like, here's the most optimal.
There's the 3 ways.
Yeah, the 3 ways to be able to watch a movie without getting a kink in your neck or something.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that, for me, I can't fall asleep really watching TV. And I know a lot of people do that, but it's like, no, if I'm actually going to watch TV, I have to sit up and watch it, because if I'm laying down, eventually, like, my eyes are going to hurt or my brain's going to hurt. It's just me. It's fine.
I mean, that's the whole point of laying down. Your body is supposed to be able to get comfortable. Something is wrong.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's fixable.
Well, no, it's just something is different about your body. Let's use the word different.
Yeah.
Not wrong. I was wrong to say wrong.
No, wrong is fine. It's wrong.
There's just something unique about your body and how it gets comfortable.
You know what? I'm just throwing out where I'm at. And I'm just wondering.
Just talking about it.
I'm wondering if anybody else knows what I'm talking about. Does anybody else have that problem where it's like you can't really lay down and watch a movie? Because you know what? It sucks. But it's cool.
Let's take all of the most mind-numbing things the Riot has ever said and play them again.
It's a stupid idea, but I love it.
It's the Riot on Radio U.
You know, it feels like it's a pylon day. And you're like, pylons? Are we building something? No.
They're piling on.
Pile on. I feel like these text messages say to me, hey, hateful things. Hurtful things.
No, you guys can text anytime.
Andrew says, we were just talking about the fact that, you know, I seem to not be able to lay down and watch TV, and I envy people who can. And he just says, by roommates, do you mean parents? Hey, let me ask you this. What if I did live with my parents?
You don't live with your parents.
Is that so wrong?
I think Andrew's teasing you.
I don't live with my parents, but what if I did? Is that bad? Are my parents bad people?
Maybe it's your parents who live with you.
Yeah, maybe they need a place to stay.
Maybe you need to say it the other way.
Maybe they're down on their luck and they're like, hey, remember how we raised you and paid for all that crap? I know you got a guest room in there. Open the door.
We're coming in.
I'm sorry, we didn't order the pizza. No. Rachel says, just make sure when you're watching TV or a movie, you have a light on, because if not, it will strain your eyes. I know what you're talking about. It does happen to me. It's depressing. You know, I actually have a backlight on my TV, so that there is that kind of light to keep eye strain down, because eye strain's a thing. Destiny says, we have a 4K TV, and if I watch it for a while, I get a bad headache. But I can watch our old school 30-inch box TV all day with no problems or headaches.
Just how it is.
Well, you know what that is? That's probably a brightness issue, because one of the things I've noticed is that with panel TVs instead of the box TVs, with a box TV, that's a rear projection. And that a TV like that, you really can watch all day. But with LEDs or LCDs or whatever, a lot of times you don't realize it, but the image you're staring at is incredibly bright. And so it just doesn't seem that way. One of the things you can do is go into the TV and turn the backlight down. And I will tell you, it doesn't look as good.
Well, of course. I mean, that's the trade-off.
It will take some of those great images away. But if you reduce the lighting in the room and reduce the backlight on the TV, that will help with your eye strain a little bit, because I've had to do that. Yeah. Because my eyes are weak.
Can't you just work on training your eyes?
Can't you just get used to it, guys?
Cue the Rocky montage or something.
Isn't there like a program, a regimen that we can get on?
Yeah. Like, here, look over here. Look over there.
Now, over here. Now,
lights
turn the
up, lights down.
Heavy light, little light.
Come on.
How does Nikki put up with Obadiah day after day? It's easy. We pay her. Radio U.
Hang on, guys. We have to clap.
Just a thing we have to do.
It's a thing. In the studio with us right now, wait for the day.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think you guys win for the most people who've successfully come in as a part of a band at the same time.
Oh, that's awesome.
We quit our jobs to be here.
We tried.
Well, wait, you guys have
write your
jobs?
notes if you need it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's find out. Wait for the day in the studio. Let's hear some jobs. What do you guys do?
And introduce yourself while you say.
All right. I'm Doug. I'm the vocalist, and I work at Starbucks.
Yay.
That's how I got the coffee for you guys. So.
You brought brought us cafe.
Absolutely.
What do you call that? Verona?
Yes, Verona.
Okay.
I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Is
so.
that a
Only
all right.
the best.
Okay, it's we'll brew some of that, dude.
Yes.
Good call on that.
It's really good.
Good call.
Okay, right on. So,
I'm Covey, and I'm a worship intern at Delaware Grace Brethren Church.
okay. That's okay, so that's your job.
Yeah.
They pay you for that?
Yep.
Are you any good at it?
Are they paying you in
I'd like to think so.
experience?
They're-
or-
He's okay.
Yes,
He
they pay
schedules me a lot to play with
Yeah.
him, but he's okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I'm
All right.
also the rhythm guitarist and singer. So.
Okay, so what else we got here? We get the beard.
Yes,
The beard,
I'm
yes.
Nick. I play guitar and I work at Aldi. It's a grocery store.
Hey.
Oh, Nick, I go to Aldi. You put your quarter in to get a cart, and then you get your quarter back at the end. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then the guys in the back that don't really get to be on the mic, who are they?
You get to lean on in.
My name's Jonah. I play bass and I work at the Delaware Music Academy.
Yay.
Okay, right on. And then the drummer.
My name's Braden. I play the drums, and I'm a software developer at a startup in Columbus called Ticket Fire.
Okay, right on. So
They do all have jobs, really.
You guys really do have
We
jobs?
do all have jobs.
Good
Yeah.
job.
It's not cheap to be in a band, that's for sure.
No, it's not.
We know that, yeah.
So talk to us about, you guys. I know you, according to your official bio, which is where I went to learn about you.
Yeah.
You guys have been together since 2015. Is that true?
Yeah, early 2016, late 2015 is when we really started taking it seriously. And
Okay. So how did you guys end up getting together?
I guess you could talk about this since you guys, got together in middle school.
Yeah, so the band really
it's
started.
It's been quite a.
It's been
Started
a journey.
early
The
then.
way
Yeah.
the way we got to these five guys is like a very complicated
Yeah,
story.
it was-
so
yeah,
you can start with the beginning
in
of it.
2013 we started. We were all I was a middle schooler and they were like freshmen in high school, and so it was just me and him and then our old drummer, and so we just started playing church gigs and stuff, and then later on we just started slowly taking it more seriously, and here we are now. I met him at Worthington Christian, and so he became our vocalist. Picked up these two babes along the way.
Yes, my freshman year of high school is when I met him, and I wanted nothing more than to find a band, and I just figured it wasn't going to happen. My middle school years, I was producing EDM. That was my thing. That's what I love to do, and going into high school, I was like, man, it would just be so awesome if I could find a group of guys to play music with. And I was like, it's probably not going to happen, but
So they already had their part together. And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
wait, I can do this too.
Together,
Yeah.
together, yes.
Yeah.
I love the idea that as a freshman in high school, you're like, I'll never find a band. I've been up on my dreams.
exactly. I'm just like, it's not going to happen.
Man, if I'm not in by the time I'm 15,
I'm never gonna make it.
There's no point.
My
I've
career
never
is ended.
Exactly. I was like, it's never gonna happen
Now,
for me. But
that shows how passionate he is about music because that was such a driving force then.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, your freshman year,
This is Wait for the Day, by the way, a new band here on Radio U.
So, your freshman year, all your dreams came true?
I guess you could kind of say that. So, like, it's my first day. I didn't know anybody. I'm very nervous. I'm in the hallway with my earbuds in, and then I see this guy, and like, I had my backpack on with like a bunch of like band pins, and he was like, "Oh, you listen to Memphis Mayfire and For Today? Like, I love those bands." And I was like, "Oh, dude, like me too. Like,
we're gonna be friends.
We're gonna be friends, yeah, and like literally that's how it happened.
We were like, "You listen to Radio U?" And he was like, "Yeah, I listen to Radio U."
Like, no, it's pretty cute. He invited me over for a play date, and like, we hung out.
That's
and
basically
like
what it was.
Basically, he was like, "Oh, do you want to try out for my band? And, be our screamer guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can scream, bro. Like, let's do it." So,
yeah, it's how it started.
Yeah,
built on Radio
so
U,
we like
man.
would practice. Where was our first practice space at?
It was at his place.
At his place, yeah.
We've come full circle.
We would just play really bad breakdowns, and I would just yell over it, and eventually we started taking ourselves seriously, and we really like started focusing on the writing and stuff. But yeah, it's been a long journey, and
now you're here.
Now we're here.
That
So.
right there was a full-on Radio U bromance.
That's it.
No, straight up, we've been listening to you guys for a long time, so
Aw.
it's pretty cool to be here. I can't lie, it's pretty cool.
Been a dream of ours for a long time. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we are really glad that you guys are here. We're going to play some Wait for the Day, come back, talk a little more about what they've been up to.
Yes, this song was recently on the Battle of the Buzz, but now today it's officially made it into rotation.
All right.
So
Yay.
you can request and vote for it anytime you want to.
Want to know what the Riot is doing right now? Follow them on Instagram and Twitter at riot.radiou.com. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
We are spending time with Wait for the Day.
That
and
is their new song, Broken Mirror.
we just found out that they're unicyclists.
So wait,
Yeah.
all of you or just
No.
one?
No, just me.
Doug.
I went through quite a phase in elementary school. I used to play basketball, and like
You guys did way more in school than we did. I just want to point
Yeah,
that
so-
I
out.
was like, I really wanted to be in a band, and I'm a barista, and I'm a
my
unicyclist.
I don't know how that happened. Like, I think it was my grandma used to like get me the craziest gifts, and like just one year she got me a unicycle, and I was like, I'm never gonna be able to ride a unicycle. I'm just like, this is
if
too
you
hard. But
practice.
I did it, and I used to like ride outside with it. People would be like, "Whoa, what is going on right now?"
There's a real recurring theme, I've got to tell you, in our conversations where you're saying stuff
I know,
like,
I'm like, it's not gonna
"Man,
happen."
It's just never going to happen for me. And then it happens. I'm never going to ride a unicycle. I'm never going to be in a band.
yeah,
Exactly, but
So
you know
dreams come true.
yeah, they do.
So does anybody else have what might fall under the odd hobby category? No?
Wait, no, you guys all turned around to look at the drummer. Like, what's the deal? What do you
guys know?
They might think you have an odd hobby.
Well, Braden listens to like 1990s death metal, which I think is a hobby in and of itself.
Nice, all right.
Yeah, that's
No
really it.
unicycle, but it'll do.
Yeah, dude, you should unicycle to your death metal.
Yeah,
I can, yes.
You could be like that guy on YouTube that's like always playing the bagpipes on a unicycle.
I haven't had the time to teach them how to unicycle yet, but
Okay,
we're gonna we'll do that eventually for
You
sure.
spend enough studio time, and you guys will know.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. So, okay, you guys right now are working on an album. Is your album done? What are you doing?
It is done. So that's weird to say
I'll
because
let
it's been a
him
long process. But yeah, Nick, you can.
Yeah, we finished it up a couple weeks ago. We're getting it mixed and mastered right now. It's not going to be out for a little while, but we do have a couple singles coming out throughout the rest of the year. We actually have one coming out next Friday.
Okay.
It's called Nothing Will Feel the Same. So yeah.
So you guys have done that. You guys have done a couple of videos too. Like we're playing some stuff on Radio U TV now.
Yes.
You guys have a fan base. I want you to know that because
Who like to vote for you, which is good.
as someone that takes the votes, I can tell you that there are a lot of people that are currently voting for you guys on Radio U TV.
Our
That's
moms
weird. That's our mom's probably
they-
making a
post
lot
on
of
their
a lot of
Facebook
accounts.
pages. My son's band is.
Well, my mom doesn't know how to use Facebook, but I'm sure if she could use
If you
Facebook,
taught her, she'll be able to vote too.
Dude, your mom's probably at home right now like, I'll never learn to use Facebook. I can never make it happen.
it runs.
Oh my
It runs in the
gosh.
family.
I love that.
Just got to take her aside and be like, Mom, you can do it.
If you just
exactly,
keep practice.
yes.
You know what? If I can ride a unicycle
And join a band.
and join a band,
yes.
I know that you can learn how to use Facebook.
Well, for Wait for the Day, don't forget to find them on Facebook. But their song Broken Mirror, which you just heard, is available to request, and you can vote for that now on RadioU too.
Okay, so do you know, like, do we have an album, probably not a release date, but like a time you're kind of spitballing, like, hey, we think it will be this?
This year at
Early
least?
to mid-January.
January? Okay, next
Okay.
year.
Yes,
That's the
January.
target.
Okay, now you guys all have jobs, which we heard about, so are you guys starting to think about tours for next year?
We are.
Lots of people nodding their heads.
Well, yeah, we actually are getting one booked for early to mid-January. It's not going to be a headliner for us, but it's going to be a support slot so we can push the record as well. And then we're looking just to do probably like a full tour every other month, like a week to 2 weeks, and then just do a weekender every month at the very minimum. So like a 3-day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday type thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we're talking to Wait for the Day, album mid-January, some tours
Touring
here
then,
and there.
yep.
Oh, anything else we need to know about what's going on?
Not that I can think about. Really,
We have 2 more videos to film. Is that what we're doing?
yeah.
Yeah.
We've got quite a few more
Pushing
videos.
the videos. So.
I'm sure y'all will be seeing them. So.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
So,
Really excited.
guys, we appreciate you taking the time to come and hang out with
We're
us.
very
man.
excited to
We
have you part
appreciate
of the
you guys.
family.
We're very excited to be here. Thank you guys.
Hey.
A dream of ours. We're
Cool.
very, very thankful.
All right, well, Wait for the Day. Remember, as Nikki said, you guys can start voting for them. You can vote for them on RadioU TV for sure, and that's happening.
And now
People
you can
are
vote
doing
for
that.
on RadioU as well.
Yeah, so
Man, I can't believe actual people are like voting for. That's weird.
you know what, dude? Even if it's your mom, dude,
Exactly.
will you
It
please
still
go home
counts.
this weekend and teach your mom how to use Facebook.
I know. I need to. It's
That
And
way-
then that way
Teach me
next
how to
week you're like, what's
unicycle.
this uptick? Like, why is there even more? And you'll know she got her friends involved too.
It totally was.
Yes.
Well, guys, thanks again for coming in.
Hey, thank
you
you guys.
so
we
much.
appreciate you.
The Riot's future? 2 words. Goat Farm. Radio U.
Man, I can't believe I'm saying this, but that Tim Hortons donut was amazing.
Now, it's nice because it was brought to us by Wait for the Day. They came in.
We're gonna need
It
to
was
move.
a surprise donut.
It was. We're gonna have to move the box out of the studio because the temptation to have another donut is strong.
And it's a shame, too, because it's the lid right now is not actually closed. It's just ajar.
Yeah.
So all I'm smelling is
Oh, you
just...
can smell them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got it. They got to
Just
go.
move it out of here.
We got to get them out of here. So, Nikki, do you still find yourself at times at night rolling over and you're just like, Rosalina, stars,
For Mario?
shards?
What do you mean?
Yeah, for Mario. Do you find yourself just dying to play Super Mario Galaxy 2, which I bought for you?
Well, you did buy for me.
Did you? Do you still have it?
I do, but I don't have a system to play it on.
Okay, then I might have the answer for you.
Basically, Mario Galaxy 2 is like my favorite game of all time. And I used to have a Wii a long time ago, but now the only person I know who has a Wii is my parents.
So, okay. Nikki,
So I had to borrow it.
Nikki tells me off air that it would be really easy for her to get a Wii. I go get her Super Mario Galaxy 2 for Christmas or her birthday or something. I don't remember what it was for. And then come to find out, she goes to get her parents' Wii. They're actually not that happy because she wants it because her dad apparently still bowls.
I think he still plays Wii bowling, so it wasn't like he wasn't happy to loan it out, but I couldn't just keep the Wii to play Mario Galaxy 2. So they're like, hey, when's the Wii coming back? And I didn't know about all that. So I thought, here, you can have it back. So now I just have the
Take
game.
it!
I just have the game.
All right, well, I'm looking at right now. I'm not going to say where it is because we are not a commercial station, thank you. But I could introduce you off air, Nikki, to a retailer that is selling. You get Donkey Kong Returns, New Super Mario Brothers, Wii Sports, and in the photo they show Super Mario Galaxy 1, but I don't know if it actually is. And it's on sale it's refurbished $50.
So I can, it is the Wii system as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And, it was nice playing it. But then when you were using the Wii, like, you really noticed how it feels old compared to the Switch.
Yeah,
I
but
would just
what
like them to
about
put it
all
on the
those childhood
Switch.
memories that you
I
could bring
know,
them back and
I know,
relive the
but
moments.
it was awkward, and these remotes are like bricks, and they're always out of bat. Like, I really would just like them to release that on the Nintendo store for the Switch.
Okay.
That's all I want.
I think I'm going to get my Wii out. I keep saying this, but I'd like to get it out this weekend and hook it up. I actually have everything plugged in for it. I just need to pull it out of its box and from the back. But I've got it set up because I got that new receiver, and so I had some extra spaces to plug it in. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I should go ahead and plug this in and play it. So Erica says, I have a Wii with balance board, a bag full of accessories, and a large drawer full of games. Nikki, you're welcome to borrow it. Now she's switched over to selling it.
Oh, you selling it now? Because she thinks she's got a buyer.
Borrow to sell.
Buy it. Now, I just don't want to give up my real estate to set up something else.
You mean your
the
investments?
space in front of the TV.
Oh, okay.
All that.
Right.
But
I was going to say, Nikki, at $50, you don't have to sell property to afford it. You could probably just make it work.
It's not too much. No, I just would like it to be on the Nintendo store.
Okay.
Please.
All right.
Please, before I give up.
Nikki,
please.
Why? But for $50.
I'll pay for the game. I would pay you $50 to get it on the Nintendo store.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone come set up, what is it, an emulator? Just do it, please.
Ryan in Kansas says, we just got to switch to play Overcooked 2 with friends.
Oh, fun.
Super fun game.
Well, I can look at that one.
Yeah. And do you shake the controller and Mario spins in Overcooked 2? Then we don't want it!
We want old school.
Where can we get Galaxy?
It's all we play.
You know what's going to happen? Here's what's going to happen.
What?
They're finally 5 years from now, when we're almost deed.
But we're still doing the show.
They will release Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the Switch. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to buy it, play it for 2 minutes.
And be done
like,
with it.
And that's it.
No, I'll give you more time than that. Is there an anniversary of sorts coming up with it? Or 10 or 15 years? Or
I don't know.
How old
is it? We've asked this question before.
We have. Well, thank you to everybody who are contributing by offering me your Wii for loan or to purchase.
November 1st, 2007. So we're coming up on its 11th birthday.
That's not a mile marker. So maybe when it's 15, it's 15th anniversary, maybe then Nintendo will get their game together.
Man, if I keep looking at these screenshots, I am totally going to be
playing it.
Yeah. I should play.
There's
Mario
no
Galaxy.
Wii, just you.
You
got it.
You should buy a Wii, Nikki.
It's the radio equivalent of going to McDonald's and ordering a fish fillet. Hey, that's one of my favorite things from McGee's. The worst of the riot on Radio U.
So yesterday, I had a little check-in. People were making fun of me earlier, like, you live with your parents. And you know what? I wish I did.
You don't live with your parents.
But I wish I did.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why? Because I'm having trouble with my furnace.
Oh, how grown up is that?
Right. Okay. And if I lived with my parents, I would just be like, Mom, I'm cold.
They would be having trouble with their furnace.
Instead,
do you have to buy a new one?
I don't know. Okay. So, like, the guy comes over and he goes in the back. Now, keep in mind, that's my back. But when he goes back there, it turns into his back. In like back room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't go back there. He's back there. He's back there longer than he should be. And I was like, all right,
Start to
here
get
we
worried.
go. They're like, the verburator needs replaced. They're like, yeah, I'm sure it's real important. Whatever. So he comes out and he's like, this is $100, but I need to show you these photos.
Okay, wait. Now, is this the same as like when I go in and I get the oil changed and they come back out with that accordion looking air filter thing and they're like, do you see how dirty this is? You need a new one.
Is filthy. You
yeah,
need a
and
new
you don't
one.
know whether to believe them or not, or if they're just bringing out the same one air filter that's not even yours to try to get you.
He says that there are cracks in my heat exchanger.
That's fine.
Sounds serious, right?
Doesn't it?
But it actually is bad because that means that it can start to leak carbon monoxide into the air supply that it's spitting out.
Get a
Tape?
little,
Putty? Play-Doh?
That will work. No, a little carbon monoxide detector.
And then,
if it gets to a serious level.
Like, how much can you have and still be okay?
Oh, yeah, it's not like a ton.
How much can you have? Like, is it that bad?
Then if it goes off, you know to fix it then.
Yeah.
You buy yourself some time. Don't do that. You need to fix it then. That sounds serious.
I probably do. So he's like, he's got to call. He can't even do it. He's got to call the guy who's got to come back out and look at it. I know. Every time you're just like, oh, yeah, go ahead.
Bye, Christmas.
Go ahead.
Bye-bye. How much is it to get a new furnace?
I have that's like $3,000 to $7,000.
Ooh, Costco? Do you think Costco has one?
I'll tell you this.
Wait, the auction place. Is that the auction place?
I don't know.
Or the outlet thing?
I want you to know that I'm seriously in a place now where I'm like, what? Just get a room thing. Just warm the room up.
It's fine. You get one of those pellet stoves.
I like being cold anyway.
You don't have to turn it on.
Who says we need it?
Oh, no.
It's a bummer. I'm telling you this story for a purpose, though. Here's where I'm at. You start looking at something in your life, and I don't know what your big thing is, but you're like, I have to fix this. This is on me.
This seems like this qualifies.
There's some truth there, okay? There is. But it occurred to me last night. I was just like, well, this is the end of my whole life savings and my world. This is the end. That's it. It's everything. And it occurred to me that I had jumped straight from that guy coming out of the back to despair. It was like there wasn't even an in-between. I didn't take a long road to despair. I was like, let's just get in. You know what? Well, I'll leave my clothes on. I'll jump in the despair pool. It's fine. Go ahead, ruin my phone. Who cares?
It's fine.
It's fine. It's just one more thing. But you know what? I'm asking God to help me with it. And you're like, well, Obadiah, what are you doing on the radio talking about that?
You do seem rather calm compared to other bigger life events that have come up. So this is good.
This is so far out. I'd be more worried about something that cost $100 than something that costs $7,000, because at $7,000, it's just like, sure. And I'll tell you what, just throw a lung and a kidney on there. It's fine. No big deal.
But it seems like you're handling it better.
Tell him to prep for surgery. Let's pull him out. Whatever. Okay, real talk. Like, I'm asking God for help. And I'm telling you this because if I can ask God for help with a furnace, you can ask God for help with your test today, for your rent, for your whatever. This is just real talk. This is where I'm at. Today I need help with this. And today I woke up and I was like, furnace. And I was like, Jesus, you got to help me, man. So look, if you don't have a relationship with God, you can start one. You can literally invite Jesus into your life. Say, Jesus, I want you to come into my life. I want you to fill me with your spirit. I need help. And you can literally ask God for help with anything, whether it's a furnace, a pellet stove, a kerosene heater,
whatever you choose to heat your house with.
Whatever it is. A lot of people said just sell my house and get out while I still can. And I was like, that's a pretty good idea.
Don't make all these decisions right now.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Maybe we don't make these decisions on the fly. Like, let's wait.
Wait until you know all the details for this situation.
And maybe not just jump to fix it. Maybe take a minute and be like, hey,
what can we do?
It is amazing that I got my heat checked on the day the cold weather started. And they're like, you're so screwed.
But just wait, okay?
Like, you know what?
It's all going to work out.
Will I get carbon monoxide poisoning from these blankets? No? Well, we're fine.
Waking up with the Riot makes your nightmares not seem so bad. Actually, you might want to just go back to sleep. Radio U.
So, Nikki, did you watch the new teaser trailer?
For what?
Aladdin?
No, I saw someone post on Facebook. I saw the
Disney's Aladdin.
I saw the poster art for it. So I assumed the teaser trailer was just the poster art with some music and maybe a blurb from, is it Will Smith who's playing the genie?
He does not make an appearance in this trailer.
He does not? Okay, well, I'll have to watch it then.
That's kind of why I watched it. I was like, all right, what are we doing with the genie here?
Because a lot of times on the teaser stuff in the very beginning, they give you nothing.
You get a chance to see the desert, you see a city, you see the Cave of Wonders, a little bit of it, but that's about it.
There's your teaser.
And it is...
Spoiler. No, I don't even need to watch it. Just teasing you.
You know, Nikki, when we're worried about spoilers for a teaser...
We're too worried then.
I have nowhere left to go. Oh, my gosh. You know what? Okay, I know, guys, I always hate everything. I'm always hating stuff. But, I just have zero interest in these Disney live-action remakes of their animated films.
Sure.
I just have no interest in it. I watched part of Beauty and the Beast, and there was just something about it where I was like...
I can tell you what it was. It was the Beast guy. It was weird.
We hadn't even gotten to the Beast yet. I was watching Hermione dancing around the village singing and stuff, and I was just like, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm good. And even, I know Cinderella was the one that everyone's loved that.
That one looked really good, but it just didn't do as well. I actually liked that version of it.
I thought Cinderella did do well. Did it not?
Not not like Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
I mean, that was one of the top movies from that year. But I feel as they keep getting more and more into it,
Right.
making the live adaptations of the animated classics, then maybe it'll get better and better.
I don't know.
And it's also just hard because you have a perception, like, it either will match it perfectly and you'll be happy with that, or like Mulan, they're supposed to be taking all these changes with it, and then
Right.
you'll be either glad to see something different or you'll be upset because it's not directly taken from it.
Yeah, I just
Well, that's just how it is.
just not interested in it. And I mean, it's fine. I mean, Disney's over there just printing money.
They don't care.
Yeah.
they assume they'll probably still get you to go see it somehow, somewhere.
It's interesting, though, like, you watch how they've kind of played the game. Their Cinderella movie and Beauty and the Beast, weren't those both, like, February, March releases? Does that sound right?
I think Beauty and the Beast was, but I'm not sure about Cinderella.
I think Cinderella was. Well, Aladdin is coming out May 24th of next year. Let me tell you what that tells you right there. May 24th is we have a lot of confidence in our movie release date.
That's a strong month for big movies.
Absolutely. So them putting this at the end of May, that's kind of a big deal. That's Memorial Day weekend, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
mean,
have
Nikki,
to confirm
you
it.
haven't already started thinking about your days off next year?
Sorry, I don't have that marked down. I don't know about that.
It's practically Christmas. I'm looking forward to Memorial Day.
I know you like to look ahead, but I'm not there yet.
Send your complaints regarding that worst of the riot moment to Fire Obadiah at RadioU.com.
So, Nikki, are you getting all the vitamins that you're supposed to get?
I try to remember to take my daily vitamin and a couple other little etc. ones, and I hope it helps.
Do you feel like they help?
I guess, but I don't know if how much is that is just because you're going through the act of taking it. Is that enough for your body?
Like the psychosomatic
yeah,
kind
like
of
you
thing?
just don't know if it's real or if it does help.
Something that I wonder when I look at you is I see you vaping all the time,
Do not vape. Stop telling people that.
Grape vape, you're into it.
Oh, well, if I was, I would be into the grape stuff.
So when I see you vaping all the time, I think to myself, what if instead of this just being a fun pastime where Nikki's making the biggest clouds that she can, like, what if instead I was able to get Nikki her essential vitamins and minerals while she's vaping?
I've seen the ones like for anxiety and I don't know, like happiness. Like they do try to make some vape setups more targeted to the holistic side of things and less like, here, look at my kid, like that sort of thing. But yeah, you can now supposedly vape vitamins, which other side of it saying no, that's not good.
Doctors are being asked, like, hey, if I decided to vape, at least I'm vaping vitamins, right? And doctors are going, no. Well, according to this, the doctors that took a look at this are actually saying, look, your lungs will not pass vitamins back and forth. Like, they literally physically will not do that. They will exchange some things, but like you're not going to get vitamins from that, which obviously they're just being paid. They're anti-vaping lobby.
Seems like it, right?
They're probably the tobacco lobby trying to stop you from getting stuff that you want.
Come on, we know deep down if it's fun or if it's something that you want to do, like if you want to vape and you're like, oh, that's great. Nothing fun is good for you.
Yeah.
Just never going to be.
Here's another study that was done in Greece that they say that the inflammation caused by e-cigarettes is just as bad as what a traditional cigarette would be. Yeah. It really comes down to, I know you don't want to hear it, but the vaping thing, they can't make it healthy. I mean, it's worse than when they sell me Count Chocula and they tell me that it's loaded with vitamins and minerals.
Well, it is a complete breakfast.
Yeah, it's a
part of.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to see a photo of what that complete breakfast has to be to make that work.
Actually, it involves vaping, too.
Vaping Count Chocula? Count Vapula?
Yeah.
Not a bad one.
Oh, it'd be good.
Not a bad one. So, yeah.
So no vitamins. If you're like, oh, but if they try to sell you that, they're selling you something, and it's not good.
Several doctors at NYU have said, no, you cannot absorb nutrition through your lungs. Yeah. So it feels like you're a bounty hunter from the future with like an electric thing, and you're getting all your vitamins through the gas, which, I mean, Sounds cool.
But it doesn't actually work that way.
You should definitely get a fedora and a leather duster, but you're not going to get the vitamins that they're promising you through vaping. Sorry.
There are a lot of reasons to listen to the Riot every morning. For example, give me a minute. There's got to be at least one. It's the Riot on Radio U.
Look at this. A study on Burger King.
Well, it's not just Burger King, so if you're not a fan, but it's about fast food restaurants and how fast do they get you your food when you order.
Just how fast is fast food?
Yeah. So what's the time between like when you order and when you're actually handed your food, and who does the best at it according to this study?
Well, according to this study by QSR Magazine, Burger King is the fastest drive-thru chain in the country.
Do you think so, or... I know it's hard. Like, it varies from location to location.
Do you guys want to know how Burger King is winning in this category?
I can guess.
What's your theory? Because I already have the answer.
It's easy to be fast when you're not getting it right.
Well, okay. You know what, Nikki? That's a good one. But my thought is that if they're only measuring how long it takes for them to give you your order after you've placed your order.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you that I've been to Burger King so many times where I couldn't even get somebody to take my order
in the first place.
So, I mean, my experiences don't count. So they're able to maintain their great record.
Now, in case you're like, well, I'm sure others, I mean, Burger King is the same. For the rest of this list, they go Dunkin', which we don't go through the drive-thru there.
There isn't even one near me anymore.
We work through the morning, so I think that's Dunkin's like prime time. So we work through those hours. KFC following takes just as long. Wendy's just as long. Taco Bell, Arby's, Carl's Jr., Hardee's, Chick-fil-A, and McDonald's.
Well, Chick-fil-A takes forever because there's 1,000 cars in front of you, no matter what time of day it is.
They're so polite. Politeness takes time.
It does. So I guess you just know that going in. Right?
Yeah.
See, okay. If I were to pick out of all the things on this list, I would pick McDonald's over KFC, Wendy's, Taco Bell.
As faster?
Yes. I feel like when I go to McDonald's, I get my food fairly quickly. And
I think they're more consistent.
Yeah, that's fair. But man, KFC, like, come on. Go ahead, get out your Kindle. Put the car in park.
Get ready.
Get ready.
Because you're going to get your nap finally.
Because,
Yay.
listen, yes, eventually you're going to get your food. But look, it takes time, all right? Mediocrity takes time. And that's the way things work at KFC.
So they're saying that the study notes that an increased focus on customer satisfaction and the technologies behind it has led to a decrease in speed of service. However, people don't seem to mind as long as you're getting your food and good service at the same time. If it takes a little longer, is it worth it to also get the good service, you know?
Yeah, so they say Chick-fil-A, which is one of the longer averages, 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
But I feel like you get better service, so people don't tend to mind as much.
Hey, Nikki, that's not just a feeling.
It's true.
It's real.
So these companies are now looking at, mobile ordering, AI, digital menu boards, some of the ways to try to speed things up, but then also kind of put it on you. Like if you're taking a long time, that's your ordering.
Yeah. I like Burger King's food. Like, I like their burgers. I even like their fries, and I know some people don't, but I just know that Burger King is fairly consistently a terrible experience for me. It just is.
Consistency is key.
They're not taking my order. They're getting it wrong. I'm going up there. They just stare at me.
But this is a study on the fast food drive-thrus, and Burger King, they said, according to this one, was the fastest wait time, 3 minutes and 13 seconds from your pull-up to your exit.
I had Burger King. It was like last Thursday, maybe it was Wednesday. I walked in. There were just flies everywhere, and I was like, yeah, I really want your food, guys.
You mean they were eating lunch, too?
Hey, you know what? Sometimes those fly crews, in between, landing on poop, they have to come in and get something to eat,
too. It's their lunchtime, too.
The Riot is the radio equivalent of Taco Bell meat. Radio U.
So, Nikki, are you excited about the prospect of a Black Widow movie?
Black Widow?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've not seen any movie that has Black Widow in it.
What? You haven't seen any Avengers movies?
I've not seen any Avengers movies.
You haven't seen any Iron Man movies? She's in Iron Man 2 and 3,
I've only seen the first one.
You know,
I just haven't. What am I doing?
Actually, that's what I want to know. What are you doing?
Not seeing those.
What are you doing?
You usually would go with Eric, and I wouldn't end up going.
Don't act like we didn't invite you.
I miss out on them.
Don't
and I didn't
act like
see
we
some
don't
of them
invite
anyways.
you. Now we're at the truth. Now the truth comes out.
So I've not seen anything. Is that Scarlett?
Well, you know,
Johansson?
Nikki, can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
Why do you hate women?
I don't.
You don't go see movies with women in them.
I only see Thor, Guardians of the Galaxy, and what was it, Doctor Strange? I liked that one.
Yeah. Well, but you didn't even watch the whole thing.
I watched Doctor Strange. No, it was Black. It was Black Panther. I haven't seen the whole thing.
You only watched some of it, and
Didn't really like it.
Eric coaxed you into watching it.
Mm-hmm. But
should I tell him why you watched it?
No, I already watched all of Doctor Strange.
Okay, all right.
So
why do you hate women?
I don't. I just haven't seen any of the movies with it.
You specifically have avoided movies with Scarlett Johansson in them.
I tend to only like movies that have strong leads with Chris's in them.
Okay. All right. And so you find yourself, then you're not going to like this. Scarlett Johansson's getting a standalone Black Widow movie, and it sounds like she's going to be the star.
So I'm not interested.
So there's no Chris in it.
Oh, they thought they had me.
They thought they had you.
Because even Wonder Woman had Chris Pine.
Chris, yeah, it did, didn't it? Mm-hmm. And he's going to be in the next one, too.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, just everybody showing up. You and the Chris's, right?
Just can't help it.
So she is rumored to be paid $15 million for the lead role in a standalone Black Widow movie, which is huge because that is the same price that Chris Hemsworth received for his Thor standalone movies.
I guess I thought they got more money, but maybe I'm thinking...
No. You're thinking about Robert Downey Jr., who gets paid like $50 million every time he just walks by the camera.
Yes, that's the Iron Man price tag. Yes, I gotcha.
That is correct, but the other guys are getting about $15 million, and they're saying that it's a huge win for gender pay equality in Hollywood.
As it should be.
Yeah. So, but Nikki doesn't care because there are no men in it that she likes.
No, just never. I don't like the character either. Just
you don't even know what the character is.
Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Can you tell me
Spider?
What's her real fake name?
Her real fake name?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Okay. Okay.
Don't look at me like I don't.
Nikki, you're out there championing women. Don't you know that the only way to champion the cause of women in the world is to pay for movie tickets? That's the only way.
Boring.
That's the only way you can do it.
They're so boring.
It's only your movie ticket choices that matter in this world.
And that's not my fault. This is the Marvel problem. If you don't watch them all, I feel like it's too late. I've missed too many. I'd have to start back and watch them all in order and then catch up.
I would give my arm to go back and watch it again for the first time.
I don't want to. And that's a lot of pressure. So I can't just jump in and watch Black Widow. I feel like I'd have to watch all the other movies I missed.
If, you know, Nikki, if only you had
If
only you had a group of people that would be supportive and help you through these difficult times.
Who have all the movies that I can borrow.
If only you had some friends that would be willing to throw a party and feed you and put you in a comfortable chair and be a part of the process.
But that's so many of them.
But where could I find a group of people that want to watch all these Marvel movies?
Yes,
They're
I
so
know you
obscure
would.
and poorly liked.
I know you guys would like to do that, but it's all the movies I'd have to watch. Even all the other 2 Iron Man stuff, like all the way back then.
So?
It's too much work.
You're right.
It's too much movies.
You're right.
It's like when you had that summer book list and, you have to get through them all. But this is all the Marvel movies.
It's amazing that we're still doing this show together. It's just amazing to me. You hate women. You won't watch the movies.
No.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
Do you shake the controller and Mario spins in Overcooked 2? Then we don't want it!